How's it going, guys? Thanks for dropping by the channel. So for this video, I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on what I think the announcement that Rolex made for potentially releasing a new watch on September 1st actually means. I think they dropped another big hint today. They updated a teaser clip on their website, which I'll show you guys in a second. But before that, I'll just do a quick wristwatch check. Yep, I'm wearing my recently purchased Rolex Explorer. And man, this watch just goes with everything. So there's only a few days left before September 1st. And I think the most recent teaser clip that Rolex released on their webpage does give you a lot of insight into what their new release is going to be. So I'm going to throw up that clip right now. And right off the bat, you can see that there is an underwater theme associated with this watch. In earlier releases, they only showed you the loomed triangle on the 12 o'clock portion of a dial, but now you actually get a nice side profile of what appears to be a Rolex Submariner, and then you see all of the loomed markings on the dial. And the fact that you have a loomed marker on the 3 o'clock leads me to believe, and probably to nobody's surprise, that the updated release that's going to happen on September 1st will be for a no-date Submariner. Now, as far as specific updates to this watch, I could really only think of one thing, and that is that they're probably going to upgrade the caliber of this watch to something similar to the Rolex Sea Dweller, which has a 32-35 movement, and that has a 70-hour power reserve, which is definitely a lot better than the approximated 48 hours that you're getting out of a typical older Submariner watches. This is also in line with what Tudor has done more recently with their Black Bay lineup, and more recently the Black Bay 58 and Black Bay 58 Blue that was just announced a few months ago. And to me, it wouldn't be a stretch to actually see the colorway for this watch being blue, kind of like a Rolex Submariner Smurf. That would be in line with the phrase "out of the blue," and it would also follow in line with the release of a Tudor Black Bay 58 Blue. Now, I don't think they're going to modify the dimensions or the case too much for this watch, especially based on the side profile that you saw. They might refine the clasp a little. It would be really nice if they trimmed down the lugs so they're not the maxi lugs. But other than that, Rolex and Tudor, they tend to do those incremental minor updates, and people still go wild for that. You can especially see that with how quickly the new Tudor Black Bay 58 Blue was snatched up. Now, as far as what I would like Rolex to do is potentially upgrading the movement in my Rolex Explorer. It would be really great to have a 70-hour power reserve on this guy, and similar to the Rolex Explorer 2, it would be amazing if they made a polar dial for this specific variation, but I would not change anything else about this watch. It's one of the best and most timeless design timepieces that I've ever owned. So guys, those are just my quick thoughts on what the new release on September 1st is going to be coming from Rolex. Sorry if it seems a little underwhelming, but I'd love to see your feedback in the comments below. What do you think Rolex is going to be releasing at the beginning of next week? And please let me know what you hope they do. Now, Rolex is one of those brands that typically doesn't necessarily cater to people's feedback as much as, say, their subsidiary Tudor. But with the current climate that we're in, you never know what's going to happen with these luxury watch brands. So guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of this quick video. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video.